Hey, what's up, lifewithoutpants with another Path of Exile video, and in today's video we're going to talk about the strat we've been running for the last couple of days on stream. And it's our first T17 strat, our first official T17 strat at least. It's boxes. I've never done a boxes strat before, so this is going to be an interesting experiment for me because I've always heard about people running a lot of ambush strats and I've never actually done one. So this is what our tree looks like. We're blocking as many of the mechanics as possible, apart from ultimatum and the the rogue markers, and we're just taking as many ambush nodes as we can. This is a tamper-proof one, so all the strong boxes are corrupted and are rare. We're running Eldritch Gaze as well because it's an Exarch strat. And we're just taking, as many Scarab nodes as we can, taking all the Shrine nodes, taking all the increased effect of explicit modifiers, and then the quantity wheel as well. I was thinking about taking the inside wheel as well, but it seems like 3 points is a lot when it comes to T17 strats to navigate through here. So maybe we'll do that for the Harvest T17 strat we do, which that should be lots of fun. So this is what our tree looked like, and let's just I had City Square and Strand favorited the entire time we were doing this, and obviously we're taking singular focus as well, so we dropped a ton of maps. Spoiler alert, we dropped a lot of maps. This is what our maps would look like. I was running a mixture of Sanctuary and Fortress because those are the ones I had with me, that I actually had them already, and they are fairly easily boss rushable, and I was just looking for a currency or scarab role on the map and just mods I can run. And I mean, my build can run all the mods, but some of them are just annoying, like the remove 5% of life mana and energy shield when you get hit. The petrification statues are really annoying. The drowning orbs are really, it feels dull. I would just get one of these maps, I would chisel it like this, and then throw on a Deli Orb. I was going with currency ones, and just because, again, I had a lot of them already. And then for our Scarabs, we're using the Ambush Scarab of Containment. Now, this is an expensive Scarab. This is a 1.5 Divines, so this is a very expensive strat. Taking that, but this allows the, this is like the old Monstrous Treasure prophecy. So basically, all the monsters are inside strong boxes, which means we get 1 billion strong boxes in the map. We're taking Ambush Scarab of Potency, which gives us 75% increased effect of explicit modifiers on strong boxes in the area. We're taking strong boxes are likely to be rarer versions, so that's a Scarab of Discernment. We're taking Hidden Compartments, which is 15% chance for strong boxes to be openable again, and that works really, really well with this one, 75% increased effect of explicit modifiers on strong boxes in the area. And then we're taking just a regular Ambush Scarab for another 5 additional strong boxes, chuck our map in, and we're taking, unsurprisingly, Ambush on the map device. And this is what that looks like. I'm going to do just a little bit of this map because the entire thing is going to take, they take quite a while, these maps, but I'm going to show you just what I would run. Oh, we got a, I'll take the Sentinel as well. I'll just start that guy going. And I would basically just zoom to the end of the map. I can shield charge around a bit. And I would go and kill the boss, because we do get a fair few, even though Deli kind of gimps the amount of Eldritch altars that you get, which is, can be frustrating, but again, the Deli adds some quant, it adds a lot of monsters to the area, and T17s are so monster dense. It is crazy how many monsters there are in T17 maps versus, say, a T16 map. A T16 strand has got almost no monsters in comparison to a T17 map. So I would just come in here and kill the boss. This is going to take not too long usually. My build's fairly decent. Oh, did we buff Lycia? Oh, we did. Great. Fantastic. So we added the maybe I should have let my Sentinel run out before we came in here, but maybe we'll get some really great stuff from Lycia now. And of course we've buffed Baydat as well, so this is a big brain maneuver from Pants over here. So as you can see, my build very, very tanky, and it can run all the mods that we can figure out. I much prefer this map versus Fortress. This is something I've come to learn now, is how much I don't enjoy the Fortress map, because the boss there, he just does the magnetic storm, and it just slows you down for, it's infuriating, because you can just sit there and try to do damage, and nothing happens for a long time, because you've got your action speed slowed to almost nothing. So I'm much happier with the Sanctuary boss and map, and I think I'm going to run this map a lot more in the future, especially when we go on to our, I think, harvest strats are the next thing we're going to be doing. So we got some, got a little bit of extra stuff there. And then once we're out and the boss is dead, then we're just going to start opening all these strong boxes, and they drop a fair amount of loot each one. So you can see my loot filter's pretty strict, but sometimes they drop a lot of stuff. So this one, you can open them again and again and again. You can drop a lot of gold from these too. In fact, I have, I can show you just a quick thing. This is what it looked like before when I was doing one of these. So you can drop 1 T16's worth of gold in just one map. So I got 1,818 here, and we got to 20, it's like 5k from just one strong box. So you can absolutely get the gold from these. I would say is around 100k per map. I was struggling for gold before when I was doing T16s all the time, and I'm really not now. Really not struggling at all now. We get a lot of corrupted jewels as well, all these careful planning ones. I don't even know what I'm going to do with all the ones I've got, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to finish this map, and we'll be back in a second to discuss the results. Alright, and we're done. I used this dump tab here for all of the items I found, and this is a fairly reasonable map. I actually realized that I had block chance for the monsters on that map, so they had a 93% chance to block my attacks, so I was in fact doing 7% of the damage I would normally do, and I should have just taken this attack mastery here. Monsters cannot block your attacks. Usually I would do that, but I forgot for this time. And in this map we got 2 Valdo's puzzle boxes. This is fairly common, honestly. We got a pair of fairly decent quality gloves as well, and these fragments. And also we got, got 5 void cards. Now the price taker says these are worth 2C. I agree. It's probably around 2C for these. But let's look at the results we got from running 50 of these. Now this map took a lot longer because again I was doing 7% of the damage I'm supposed to do. But on average it took us around 12 minutes. We got in total 30 divs and 18 Valdos, and these maps, they can feel really good because you can walk out with a couple of divines and a couple of Valdos puzzle boxes, and it just feels awesome. We got 1,459 chaos, and just the amount of scarabs, and we got 3 sacred orbs as well. We got a lot of void cards. In fact, we got so many void cards that we're going to have to look in the stats to figure out how many we got. And then we got all these maps. We got, as it said, we got lots of city squares. Some are corrupted. I'm going to feed those to the mappers. But we got lots of maps. We got a ton of blueprints as well. And as far as major drops go, we got 2 of these Tukohama's Fortress. We got a Cosprey's. We got I believe that was Volcanus. We got we got a Dragon Fang. Let's find out if that's any good or not. It will not be good. It will not be good. Usually I get like +3 to level of Arctic Armor gems. +3 to raise zombie. That could actually be good. Maybe. It's not good. I'm shocked. We got a couple of yokes. We got 2 enhances, but they were both corrupted, so they're worth almost nothing. We got a 15% spell damage, which is T8. Titanium shield, I don't think that's worth any. I'm not sure why that's there. But then we also got a 25% Lich's Circlet, and that's worth a lot. That's worth in between 10 and 20 divines. And that's when it's split. So we're going to get a Black Morrigan, and we're going to split that into 3. I haven't included that in the results. So, and we got some other stuff as well. But this is pretty typical of what you would expect to get from 50 T17 maps. You'd expect to get a few very decent items. And I think the only thing that's included in the results is the 2 yokes and the Voidborn key. And that's it. Anyway, let's jump into the spreadsheet. Alright, and here we are. So our maps, they cost around 100C each. The sanctuaries are around 90C. If we go and look at Pewee Ninja, then we can see in the maps section, Fortress costs 109 and Sanctuary costs 90. And I bought mine, the ones I did actually, but I bought around 5 just to get the most, and they were around 90, I think, in bulk. The Sanctuaries have gone down a little bit recently. Fortress, I'm not really sure why they're so expensive, but I really don't like them as much as I like Sanctuary. So I'm definitely only going to be running Sanctuary in the future. So around 100 chaos per map. We're rolling them, so chiseling them in Deli Orb. I think the Deli Orbs I was using cost around 10C. The chisels cost 1 or 2C. And then rolling, I would spend in between 5 and 10C looking for the mods I wanted. And I've seen some other... In order to figure out this strat, I looked at a bunch of other content creators doing T17 maps, and some of them were saying, oh yeah, rolling costs nothing. Because, look at this map I've got. I rolled this, and this would sell for this many divines. But are you really selling it, though? Are you selling it, or are you running it? I'm not going to bother selling maps for, like, a single map. I don't think it's worth it. Or maybe I just don't know what's good enough yet. Maybe it's just me that's dumb. That's a very high likelihood of that. So for me, I'm always going to count the costs of the rolling. The Ambush Scarab of Hidden Compartments, this is a really cheap one, as is the Ambush Scarabs, only 4C. The Containment is 1.5 divines, so that's 225, because at the moment divs are 150. The Discernment Potency, these are fairly cheap as well, so 12C for that, 1C for that, and then the Ambush Mapcraft is 4C. Thank you for the person who told me the last time that I forgot to put the Mapcraft in the spreadsheet, because I did. But then, 18,350. So it's a lot, really. It's let's see, it's around 122 divs. 122 divs, which is a lot to invest. And again, it's 367C per map. So this is definitely an end game farm for sure. But when it comes to, I've got the breakdown here. When it comes to what we made, 30 divs, 18 Valdos, and then Decaying Fragments. Decaying Fragments and some Scarabs really making up the bulk. So we've got 61 divs in Scarabs, 59 divs in currency alone, 54 divs in Fragments, and Fragments and Scarabs are obviously very similar, but it's the Fragments are Valdos, and then the frags you get from the boss. And then divination cards, we got the Cheetah, we got 7 Years Bad Luck, we got some very good high rarity divination cards, because when you open those div card boxes, it's like opening 100 stack decks. If you look on the floor at what is off your loot filter, it's crazy how much there is. We've got 139 void cards, which is just too many for me. We got a lot of chaotic dispositions, so and those are only 4C apparently, so I'm gonna have to turn those in. Again, Decaying Fragments, they're probably not going to sell for 105C. They're probably going to sell for 120 or something like that. We might be able to get one div for them. A lot of these fragments will sell for a lot more, especially in bulk. When it comes to Scarabs, we've got 100 Ambush Scarabs for 2.7 divs. That'll probably go for 3 divs easily. So this is a low estimate, but I'd much rather have a low estimate than a very high estimate and over promise. When it comes to our returns, and so we got our fragments was I think it was 59 divines, or is it less than that? It's 54 divines. 54 divines for the fragments, which is 8,100 chaos. 61 divines for the Scarabs, 59 for currency, and then cards we got 5,400 chaos from. The rest of the stuff, this is just the blueprints, the invitations, the uniques, and the accessories, that kind of stuff. So per map, we're walking out with 660 chaos, which is a lot. It is a lot. And the thing is, these maps take a long time. They take me 12 minutes. Maybe if you had a blaster build, like ridiculous tornado shot or something like that, they would take a lot less time. But this means that per map profit, you come out with almost 2 divines, 292 chaos over these 50 maps. And with an average map time of 12 minutes, that means you're only making 9 to 10 divs per hour. With the bulk prices you would get for these things, it'd be 10 for sure. But it was a lot of fun. It was really good. Like, the dopamine is high with this strat, because you will hit it and you'll hit one of those boxes and it'll drop a divine, and it was great. I got a fair few amount of divines from boxes or from barrels, just wandering around in Fortress. It happens. But yeah, it was a very interesting farm. I think I would much prefer to do like a sort of a lower investment BOXES Strat, or maybe a T16 map or something, with a much faster build. I think you could probably make a lot more money out of it. But you can, you're not really going for jackpotting with this, or at least it felt like I could have dropped a mirror at some point. We got 3 Sacred Orbs. So it felt like if I'd have kept going for long enough, I'd probably eventually drop a Sacred Orb. I mean, a mirror. And I think I want a mirror I want to get a mirror in a different way, I think. Ideally, I want to get one from the League Mechanics. We'll see how that goes, though. Anyway, obviously my regex and my Atlas tree are going to be in the description below. So if you like this kind of thing, drop by and check us out on twitch.tv/lifewithoutpants. We're live almost every day. But this has been our first T17 strat. And with that, I hope you are kind to everyone you meet. I love you all very much. And I'll see you next time. Cheers.